Let's start with the Shelby County Clerk, Wanda Halbert, who has managed to make headlines again this week. Otis, I see you shaking your head over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's what she did. This week she showed up at the county commission and said, by the way, I know I'm a month late in bringing you this request, but I would like $2.43 million in addition for new technology and pay raises for some of my employees. To which the, I believe we have a graphic on this, the HR director said, hey, that's a month late, by the way. You were supposed to have submitted that request by the end of March. And the HR director, Gerald Thornton, said that request is asinine. And she was also criticized for not having submitted a corrective action plan, which was asked for by the county commission because they wanted to have her have an accounting for all of what we've been going through the last several months with the state comptroller and all the mismanagement of millions of dollars in revenue and unaccounting for in revenue. And now she wants $2.43 million more. Otis, you know, I guess what was interesting to me is I guess there's going to be a meeting tomorrow where she's going to have to go before the county commission and try and explain herself a little bit better on this financial request. But it's like she just doesn't get it.
No, she doesn't. And I'm not sure that she's capable of getting it. Wanda Halbert right now is on this island. Nobody in the rest of the administration really talks to her very much because they've been fighting each other. She's been accusing Mayor Lee Harris of things. Mayor Lee Harris has talked about her incompetence. She's lost all credibility with voters. You know, people still are having problems trying to get what they need to get out of the clerk's office. That hasn't changed much. And the fact that she asked for money for raises kind of was suspect since Mayor Harris has already included 6% raises in his budget.
For every county employee?
For every county employee, and I assume that applies to the county clerk's office. So, again, the fact that nobody talks to her, I believe that's what's going on here. She has not explained why she was so late. Maybe she'll explain that tomorrow. But again, this is just a matter of incompetence just run amok.
And she does have some backing from some county commissioners, apparently, Erica Sugarman among them. She actually rushed to her defense this week, saying the commission just a week ago required that the clerk meet certain standards, yet we're not giving her the resources. She's done what the commission has asked. We didn't require that of any other clerk, but we did of this clerk. Why? To do that to some is not fair. It's not equitable. What's her point there? I don't understand how. I think they've been more than fair, given all the allegations against Halbert and her administration of this office.
I think you'd have to ask her what her point is there. I would say, though, like my response to that is that no other clerk has had the same issues that Clerk Halbert has had. No other clerk has been investigated to the same degree. No other clerk has been asked to put together a corrective action plan because no other clerk has had all of these problems, like turning over basic revenue figures. So it's completely, it's not apples to apples because it's not.
Because, well, first, among clerks, the Shelby County clerk is the most important by far in terms of the amount of revenue that they handle, second only to property taxes when it comes to the county coffers. And so there's a lot of responsibility there that, you know, there's been a lot of negligence too.
Well, may I?
Yes, please. I'm working at you.
What really got me is that she read part of the report from the comptroller, but not the entire report. She read the report for new equipment, but did not lay out a plan with the administrators of what equipment is needed, when it's needed, how much we can buy now, what we can buy later. That never occurred with the administration. And that's a sign of leadership. And then secondly, she read the part of the report about the raises, but because she has no communication with the administration, she failed to realize that was being addressed. And then third, she didn't even read the willful incompetency part, because then you would correct your business practices, which didn't get corrected.
Well, she's in denial, though, about the willful incompetence. She doesn't think she's incompetent. She may be the only one in town who thinks that way, but she doesn't think that.
But her business practices are getting her in trouble.
Well, of
and
course
she's
it
got
is.
to recognize that. And there is a time schedule even for budgets.
Yeah.
They receive you review the budget from January to
And she
March
knows
and
this.
goes into
Yeah.
conversation.
She's in this 5-6 years
That's
now.
right.
She knows better.
It doesn't happen just at the budget hearing.
Right.
She should have worked that out with Gerald Thornton and with Mayor Harris months ago.
Of course. And to Catherine's point, nobody else who has run that office has done any level of incompetence and malfeasance and all the other things. I'm dating myself here, but I go all the way back to Clerk Mashburn. I think his name was Sonny Mashburn.
Yeah.
And then we had, Dick Hackett was the clerk. He brought a lot
I
of
remember
efficiency. And then even after that, Creason was over there. Nobody has ever created the level of chaos and incompetence that Wanda Halbert has.
Well, I want to stay with the business practices because I like Wanda, but I got to tell the truth. And
Well, of
she needs to improve her performance.
Well,
Well, she's direct. There's no office that has more direct contact with taxpayers.
nobody.
That's true.
And
Nobody.
it's just been a laughing stock.